Hi, this is Ken Hagino at TechGuardian.net, and my mission is teaching families how to use technology safely. So we're talking about screens, and so far we touched upon guidelines for your family, how much to use them, depending upon your kids and how old they are and how they react. We talked about the fact that not all screens are the same, so TVs equals passive time versus iPads and iPhones, which is interactive. Therefore, TVs are kind of the safer option. And also how all programming is not the same. So we want to kind of have less of the really stimulating, interactive, bright colors, fast-paced, lots of cutscenes type cartoons, and stick to the kind of the calmer live action type stuff, whether it be the National Geographic Channel, the Discovery Channel, or the Wiggles or Sesame Street. So having said all that, I want to kind of talk a little bit more about why screens are such a big issue and some of the science behind it. So let's talk about usage, first of all, and duration of usage. On the left here, I have an infographic that I've taken from a UK newspaper, and it's polled families about how their kids use screens. So let's focus in on kind of the ages 3 to 4 and 5 to 7. And you can see that even at 5 to 7, there are 5% of kids who own their own smartphone. And in terms of having their own tablet, that's 40%, which I think is pretty crazy. And even at 3 to 4, 20% of kids, 1 in 5 kids, have their own tablet for their own use. Then when we start talking about how much they use screens, right? So TV time is 14 hours. And then if we compile how much time is spent playing games and watching shows on devices, that's another 14, 15 hours. So that's 30 hours a week spent on screens cumulatively. Now, what does that mean? If you think about it, a kid that's between 3 and 7 is probably awake for 12 to 13 hours a day. And if they're spending 4 hours a day on screens, that's roughly 30% of their time, their waking time, in front of a screen. And I think the big concern here is the fact that the screen time that children have nowadays is displacing time that they would have spent doing other things in years past, even a decade ago. And those kind of things would have been playing outside, just playing with things with their hands, whether it's Lego or blocks. And I think this movement to screens means that we are losing a lot of the benefits of the things that kids had played with before. And I think that's an important point. If you like this video, then please subscribe, like, comment, and share. There'll be more coming in the coming days and weeks.